Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hopkins put in motion left. First down throw for Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Following that play, we've got a timeout already for an injured player. And it's one of their receivers who's shaken up on the offense's first snap. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Option design here. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He'll get this to Henry. And they bring him down around the 34. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. Short side option here. He's running left. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
They give right side to Henry. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go to Barkley again. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. It is Cup, left side. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Completed to Flowers. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 46-yard line.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly.
With the score tied 7.
Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Another try following the sack. Diving right side, got it! That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Pistol snap to Jackson. He rolls to his right. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and it couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Henry on the option. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Offense up to the line fast. Third and short. He's taking the option right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, I don't even know sometimes what it means to bow up, but that's exactly what the defense did. I do know this. It means stopping that offense in critical situations and forcing a fourth down. Now we'll get to see whether or not this offense wants to gamble.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Smith. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. From the 35 on 2nd down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Now Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end motioning right. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Finds Woods. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Slot receiver headed left. Jackson now on 3rd. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Completes this one to Hill. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Jackson yet again. Short pass brought in. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They bring their tight end left. Lamar throwing again. He'll get this to Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Motioning left is their running back. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's a touchdown catch, at least for the moment. So, Brock, but guys are already walking backwards. You know what that means. I think this one's going to be on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. running it after the penalty. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Hurts. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Great, set.
They'll try again with Barkley.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Avoids the sack. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 39, finding Flowers. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sit up!
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Working quickly here.
11 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Middle. Sit up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Firing one deep for the end zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It's Dotson on the catch. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Ravens more than happy to take over in enemy territory. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, Henry. Broke through the tackle. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. So we're through 3 here. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach.
17.
Second and 6 coming up here. Completed to Flowers. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That's good for the Baltimore Ravens.
They send the tight end in motion. First down throw for Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sending the tight end in motion left. Caught by Flowers. Oh, he lost the football. And he gets his own fumble, so the comeback hopes are still alive, but that clock keeps running. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Jackson out of the gun on 3rd. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now it's 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Across the 45 and still going. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
On first down, Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you... the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. Third down coming up. He's back to throw. He's got Smith. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has it in close. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
He's got it! And this one doesn't go far. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Eagles losing by 4. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Looking to throw. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles jump in front late. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that one. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Setting up to pass. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Sending a receiver left. Looking to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Now to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, a run with Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. That pass caught by Dotson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.